Good morning, students. I am Ganesh Chand, physical education teacher of Chiranjeev Bharati School. Today, the topic is various committees and responsibilities. In the previous video, we have discussed about planning in sports. Planning, firstly we have discussed about planning. What is planning? As we have discussed, planning means planning in advance. But it is related with sports. It is directly related with sports. Why it is related? Because in the sports we have to organize so many tournaments and so many sports program, workshops, and so many big tournaments also. So for organizing any big tournament or small tournament or any workshop or any sports program, we need to plan out. We need to plan out properly. Then we can execute the program smoothly. So for organizing any sports, we need to assign various committees, and we need to assign the task to different committees, because these committees will be responsible for their different tasks. So easily we can organize the tournament or organize any program. So planning in sports means keep planning is wholesale responsible for in sports for organizing any tournament, and planning is not important only in the sports. Planning is important for anything, for any subject, for any task, for any program, either it is sports, either it is cultural, any program. So planning is very necessary. So planning means, as I told you, again I am repeating, planning in advance for any program to execute the program smoothly without facing any hurdles. That is called planning. Now, various committees and responsibilities. Various committees and responsibilities. First is administrative director, second is executive committee, third is organizing committees for games and sports, then boarding and lodging committee, reception, transport, and etc. all the committees. So today in this topic, in this video, we'll discuss about all the topics. All the topics like how the topics are responsible for their different tasks and which type of task of which committees are having. Fine. So we will discuss about different tasks. Students, like for organizing any tournament, we need a good administrator, and that administrator should administrate all the program smoothly and need to observe minutely the program. So the first committee should be administrative director. There will be a administrative director. He will be responsible for whole tournament. He will be responsible for whole program, whole tournament, whole competition. So he will assign the different tasks to different committee. Then after administrative director, next is executive committee. Executive committee is responsible for executing the whole program. Executive committee is responsible for executing the whole program. Means ki administrative director will observe all the program, that all the programs should be executed smoothly on ground practically. So executive committee is responsible for executing all the program. So executive committee will just assign the task to organizing committee for games and sports. This is also a head of committee. Organizing committee for games and sports. This committee, administrative director will ask to executive committee will ask to organizing committees for games and sports. Now, this organizing committee for games and sports, will assign the different tasks to different communities. Like first is boarding and lodging committee. So some people will assign the tasks for boarding and lodging facility for the teams that are coming to play from outside, from outstation, from other cities, other countries. So boarding and lodging committee will be the wholesale responsible for providing the boarding facility and lodging facility. Students, for example, if only one people or one committee will responsible for all the tasks, for boarding also, for reception also, for transportation also, refreshment also, publicity also, decoration also, grounds and equipment, so it is not possible to execute the tournament smoothly. So for executing the tournament smoothly, we need to just categorize the task and divide the task to different committees. Like boarding and lodging committee, as I have told you, as I have discussed, boarding and lodging committee is responsible for providing the boarding facility to the players, managers and coaches that they are coming to participate in the tournament. Next is Reception committee. Reception committee is responsible for welcome the players, and they will tell about all these things like here is the washroom, here is the entry form, here is all these things, blah blah blah. Means ki all the means ki reception committee is responsible for welcome and telling all these things to the players, those who are coming for participate in the tournament. Next is transportation committee. Transportation committee is responsible for providing the facility of pick and drop to the players, managers and coaches. For example, some team is coming from outside through train, by train or by bus, and they are, so transportation committee is responsible. Transportation committee will send some bus or some car, some vehicle from the school side, from the organization side, from the tournament side to receive that players and coaches. So this is responsible for providing the transportation facility. Next is refreshment committee. Now refreshment committee is responsible for providing the breakfast, lunch, dinner and all these things. Like the player, those who are coming from outside, and if tournament is for 3 days, 4 days or 1 week or 15 days, so they need the refreshment. So refreshment committee is responsible for organizing, for providing the food to all the players, managers and coaches. Next is publicity committee. Publicity committee is responsible for the branding of the tournament, for the advertisement of the tournament. Means ki for announcing, for cheer up, for just calling the spectators, just making the charts, pictures and flags and just posting in all the cities. Through electronic media we can send the message ki our school is going to organize a cricket tournament, a district cricket tournament, a state cricket tournament. So publicity is committee for responsible the advertisement of whole the tournament and branding of the tournament. Next is decoration committee. Decoration committee is responsible for cleaning, decorating all the rooms, all the classrooms, grounds, school, all these things. Means this committee is only responsible for decorating, like decoration of stage for before starting the tournament, for welcome to the guest, welcome song and all these things we need to decorate the ground, stage. So decoration committee is responsible for decoration. Next, grounds and equipment committee. Students, as you all know, equipments are very responsible in the tournament. Without equipment it is not possible to organize or play any game. So equipment like good props, updated props like football, volleyball, cricket, means we are going to organize a cricket tournament. So equipment committee will be responsible for providing the availability of cricket bat, cricket ball, mat and all the kit of the player and lime water and all these things, glucose. So grounds and equipment committee is responsible for all these things. Next committee is entries and fixtures. Means ki for example 100 teams are coming outside to participate in a big tournament. So this committee is very responsible and very important to make the entries of the players, and this committee will provide the form. You have to take this registration form, you have to fill this form for participating in the tournament. And how to organize the tournament means ki which team will play which team, this is the responsibility of this committee also. Means ki this committee is responsible to make the fixtures. As I have discussed in the previous video what is fixtures. Fixtures mean ki knockout tournament or league tournament or combination tournament or challenge tournament. So which team will play with which team, this is the responsibility of entries and fixture committee. Next is committee for officials. Definitely without official not possible to officiate any tournament or organize any tournament, because officials are responsible for see the fouls, ki teams are playing fair or not, and they will give the decision, and their decision will be the final decision. So committee for officials means this committee is responsible for making the facility of boarding and lodging of the officials, for providing the refreshment of the official, for providing the chair tables where they will sit in the ground, and if they need whistle, if they need mic, they need gun for giving start. So this committee is responsible for providing all the facility to the officials. Next is announcement committee. This is also very important. Without announcement, how spectators will entertain or enjoy the tournament, or players will know. So announcement committee is responsible for arranging the mics, arranging other important things that are responsible for announcement in the tournament. And last is first aid committee. As you all know, games and sports are correlated with the injuries. Means ki if sports is there, then injuries are there. So without injuries, we cannot say we can play the sports and injury will not be there. Definitely injuries can come. So first aid committee is very much responsible and very important committee. Without first aid committee, we should not organize any tournament. So this committee is responsible for keeping like painkiller, pain relief spray, bandage, Dettol, and all the materials that are very responsible for first aid treatment. So this it was means I have discussed regarding all the committees, about all the committees that are responsible for organizing any tournament. Thank you students. Stay at home, be safe, and Jai Hind.